Hi there, ladies. I'm sitting in my bathroom right now because I'm supposed to be having a nap because I go to work tonight. But I wanted to send you a quick message because it's been on my heart and been on my mind, and I've been so thankful for all the hellos and greetings in the team. And so I just kind of wanted to tell you a little bit of who I am and what do I do, and a little bit about my passions and where I'm going. And I'm so looking forward to learning about each one of you as well. I actually met Rebecca and Bridget when I asked them to be a part of a network marketing summit that I did back in November, and it was so awesome to meet them, and we connected right away. And so I am so excited to be working with them because up until this point I have done everything on my own, but I have been on this mission to taking the network marketing online. And so I've been part of network marketing for a very long time, and it's just been the last 4 or 5 years, well, probably 5 years, that I've been learning to take it online, but I have refused to do the daily posts. I did that for a while. Actually, I did that for quite a while and posted 3 times a day because like 4 or 5 years ago, that's what was required. And it was just after I had baby number 4. And so he was, I think, 2 weeks old, and I was like, I am determined that if I keep doing this, I won't have to go back to work and replace my income. And I did well. I did actually create an audience, get some good income, and but in the process I completely burnt myself out. He was about, my little guy was about 18 months, and he had woken up in the middle of the night, and I was walking to his bedroom and I completely fell over, fainted, and the hit on the floor is actually what woke me up. And my husband was like, what is wrong with you? What's going on? And I didn't intend to tell you that story today, and I don't know why I did, but I had to. Since then, I've been in a mission to doing things differently, and so that's how I met Bridget and Rebecca. And so I was so excited to meet them. And so a little bit about me. I have 5 kids. When I fainted, that story, I actually was pregnant with baby number 5. And I hadn't told anybody yet because I didn't have all my ducks in a row. I was not ready to go on mat leave, and I didn't want to acknowledge it. And a week later, I completely lost the baby. I was put on bed rest, and it was just, it was just it was a really hard time, and I had to let something go because I was working more than full time at my job, 15-hour days. I'm a power engineer, and I did end up having baby number 5 later on, but my kids, they're, oh my goodness, 20, 18, and 16, and then I had a surprise, and he's 5. And so my youngest is 3 because he had to have a companion, and so I've been really a lot more passionate about this because my husband got really sick, and so I'm like, okay, I need to make this work. And so I am actually passionate about automation and making things work in the back end. And so because when you don't have a lot of time, you try to make it work other ways. And so that's why I'm here. I am honestly not techie. I almost fell through my computer against the wall many times, but it is something that can be learned, and there is simple ways to do it. So do please take that as an encouragement. But I wrote some notes because there was some things that really talked to me the other day. Rebecca, I believe it was, put on a post about this devotional that someone had put on YouTube. And I was really encouraged, and I thought that you might need to know this as well, because there was a time where I was struggling, and I'm like, I am not creative, right? And I think, like, we go to school, we are told to do all of these things, right? And then there's just like a learned behavior that's expected in school, right? And so it's almost like it kills our creativity. And I was like, okay, and I was trying to convince myself that I was creative, and I was like, hey, God's gotta be creative. Like, look at the birds of the sky, and and look at his creation. And often I would stand in awe of God's creation, and I'd be like, God is creative. I have to be creative. And it was until I learned a few things in the Bible that I was like, oh my goodness. And then I didn't have to keep trying to be creative anymore. And so I wanted to pass this on to you a little bit. The very first thing that it says about God is that he is creative. You know, God created the heavens and the earth. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is so true, right? But then the very first thing he tells us about us when we were created, and that's, you know, a little bit later in Genesis chapter 1, it says that we were made in his image. And I am extremely passionate about identifying in the image of who God says that we are, right? And knowing whose we are. I think that is so incredibly important. And right now I'm getting this huge poster, and it's a huge story behind it, but I won't go into the details about the I am, you know, the I am statements of like who God says that I am, and not being identified by the position that we hold, or what we've been told as a kid, or who like our own limits. It's interesting because nobody knew that what people said about us would be a limit until it became a prison. And so then it's hard to break out of that, right? And so I'm very passionate about that. I don't even know what I was talking about. But anyway, God says that, you know, we are made in his image. We are made to be created. And I was like, creative. And I was like, oh, this is so true. And then I didn't have to try to be creative anymore. And it just seemed to kind of come a lot more naturally. And so I have fallen in love with you guys already, even though I don't know who all of you are, but being in a group that is passionate about helping others. The Bible, actually, the first commandment that God gave us was be fruitful. And I thought, okay, well, I've had 5 kids. I'm doing my part to be fruitful. But honestly, it's more than being fruitful than having kids, right? So God said being fruitful, and what fruit is not full of seed, right? So we are fruitful, full of fruit, and those fruits are full of seed. And so many of these seeds have not been awakened yet, right? A lot of people, they are going through the 9 to 5, but their seeds, their passions have not been awakened yet. You look at Elijah. Elijah was plowing the fields. That was what he was meant to do, what he was told to do by his fathers. That was his company business, his family business. And Elisha woke up his seeds because he saw Elijah and saw his purpose and knew that that's where he belonged. And so he dropped the lesser. He dropped what he had and what he was doing to follow his passion, his greater. And I think that's what you guys are all doing. You're awakening seeds in people. You're planting seeds within people, and you're helping them multiply and grow, because that is the second commandment that God gives us, is to multiply, you know. And so what tree does not grow fruit and does not grow fruit for other people and to give, right? And so this is a study that has completely fascinated me, and that I've completely dove into, because it's kind of interesting that as you grow and you learn, you feel like you don't know, you feel like there's so much more that you have to learn, that you feel like you know less. And so the more you know, the less you feel like you know. And I used to think that, you know, potential was just this amount. You know, we've got to fulfill our potential, live up to our potential, and our potential amazing and great and incredible. And it's, you know, over and above. And then when you kind of think about it, you know, your potential isn't like a water bottle. I wish I had a water bottle, right? Well, here's a shampoo bottle, right? It can only handle so much. And when it only handles that so much, like, it's full. You can't put anything more into it. But as we begin to learn, your potential actually grows to bigger. You know, learn a new skill, meet new people. What would have happened if I wouldn't have happened to meet Rebecca and Bridget? You know, like, how would, you know, I wouldn't be part of this team. I wouldn't be able to meet you guys and be able to make a bigger impact than what we're making now. And so when you think about our potential and how relationships and growth and just how much it can grow so much and grow exponentially. But I've taken a bit of your time already, so I won't go too much into this, but I am so excited to be part of this team. There was one Bible verse that I wrote down that I thought was so important, because it says it says in Ecclesiastes 4:12, it says, though one may be empowered, two can defend themselves. And a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. And just to think that there's 15, at least I'm pretty sure that there's 15 in this group that have band together. And as you band together, you cannot easily be broken. And so I am so excited what this team can all accomplish all together. And with that said, I think I only have about an hour left, or half an hour to sleep, to rest before I need to start my shift tonight. But I hope that you're encouraged. I am so excited to work with you all, and thank you so much. I am so blessed and so thankful for everything, and to be part of this team. So have an awesome, incredible day, and we will talk to you later. Thank you so much. It took me a while to record this video because my phone is always full of videos, and I had to delete all my videos and my photos. So have an awesome day, and God bless.